Hey Leo, I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with a timeless reading for you. The first card that we have out is Five of Wands. Five of Wands is kind of like a knot that's being worked out. And once that happens, things will flow smoothly and nicely. I want to say this too. Having Five of Wands, I'm seeing Five of Wands, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, another card that came out that I didn't flip over yet. Having Five of Wands, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, the first thing that comes to mind is feeling like there may be somebody that, I wonder if you keep having like arguments with them and then making up with them, and you can feel tired with the cycle of this. It can be something that you feel is exhausting. Before I wasn't feeling this be like a cyclical thing, but seeing Four of Cups, it's like, I mean, maybe for some of you it's not. For some of you, Five of Wands, Three of Cups can mean that like you keep fighting with somebody or having issues with them, and then you guys make up with one another and you can feel tired by the process of this. Or there could have been something really big that you've been trying to work out with somebody, and Three of Cups shows things are all right now, like things are actually fine now, they're great, like the thing isn't a problem anymore, but you can just feel tired from going through that process of having to work something out, all of the energy that was expended doing that, and then things come back together, and now you can just feel like I'm beat from that process. And for some of you, I do get the feeling that this is cyclical. So I feel like two options here. Either you had a big thing that took a lot of energy to work out, and even though things are good now, you can be feeling tired from it. And for others of you, this can be a repetitive cycle that you've been within, that you're like, oh, we keep like fighting and then making up again, or then we have a problem and now things are fine, and just like tired of the like back and forth that's been happening. Tired of working together, tired of collaborating, but not in a way where you can be resigning. This can be more of a, I need to get my energy back right now. And you can feel like the part of you that maybe has more energy to cooperate and to show up and be gracious, that part of you can feel like, I need to take a mental health day today, with Four of Cups and Three of Pentacles. Even though things are okay now, you can feel like you are not enjoying this process. And so it can make things being technically like okay right now, like for the time being, it can make it almost bittersweet. And maybe there's a sense of longing for a clean slate as well. Starting with Five of Wands and end with Seven of Wands kind of feels like all of this stuff that keeps showing up at your doorstep for you to deal with. Wanting to be genuine, wanting to be compassionate, wanting to channel an energy that is cooperative and forward thinking. I wonder too, simultaneously right now you're feeling like I wonder if you're missing like support or friendship or connection right now, even if it's with like one person standing in front of you. Like this can even be a partner for some of you guys. Having Three of Cups be connected with Five of Cups. How can that be? Maybe this is just like the overall disappointment with the way that things have been playing out. And that's not to say that sometimes it's not good, because we have the Three of Cups here, or sometimes it's not desirable. Because Three of Cups shows that there is a sense of reconciling that happens. Simultaneously, there's also the other stuff that happens too. And you can be at a point where you can be missing the simplicity. That can be a big part of this. Missing the simplicity, missing a sense of having something be at a clean slate. And even though it almost feels like now is an opportunity for that, I wonder if you may be expecting things to get rough again, or to be problematic again, or need to be resolved again, and that's why you're not fully feeling this. I wonder if you're expecting this pattern to continue now at this point, and that's why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. Or there can also be a lack of support that you're feeling, and maybe you want that. Maybe you want connection, and you feel like you don't have it the way that you want it. I don't see this as being an easy time on you emotionally. At the same time, you can feel like you almost don't have the energy to work with the heaviness of it. I don't think that you're going to stay feeling like this. This feels like temporarily right now you're feeling like that. But once you recharge, and recharging feels very important here, it's going to help you move through the rest of this that can feel very sticky energetically. Like it just keeps pulling at you. You try to move and it's like pulling you back, and it just feels stuck to you, and feels like there's a constant needing to sort of like cut those cords to move forward. If we have the Ace of Cups here, but then we also have Five of Cups, this can mean too that maybe something is all right. Maybe something that you wanted to have as an opportunity is there, but also you could be having a hard time feeling this. I'm getting something else though with this. This can mean that a move was made and there was hope and inspiration when the move was made, and then it didn't meet your expectations. Like a gesture or an opportunity, like you go through a door with these expectations, and then it like didn't meet the potential of what your expectations were, and now you can feel like you have to be battling with that part of yourself that you had hopes, expectations that were not met, and now you have to sort of balance out the difference. But you can be feeling like it's really difficult to balance out the difference right now. I see almost looking at the Ace of Cups as if it was something that was a possibility that now is not a possibility anymore. Or something where you can look at it and feel like it could have been so different, but this is what it is. And that can be something that's feeling difficult to reconcile within yourself. And you can see something coming together, and you can still feel... Why do I get this feeling of having something where there was potential, but then feeling like it was either lost or, for some of you, unexplored? Because Having this Five of Cups here can mean a couple different things when it's looking at the Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups will be that like that new sense of connection where something has a clean slate and there's not that baggage behind it. Having Five of Cups following can be looking at an Ace of Cups and feeling like you lost it. Like I could have had that and then I lost it. Or it could have been this and then it wasn't that. It's going to be something of that nature. And so all of these feelings, all of these things that are coming up, it can feel more and more difficult or tiring or rigorous to dance through this process. And to follow your heart and to make a gesture that is about things coming together, things being brought together, things being made whole even. What I find interesting too is that with something that I'm seeing within the energy feels like you may want to show up in a very transparent way, but you're still working something out, and so you can feel like you can't totally do that yet because you're still figuring that out. Meaning you may want to make a move from the heart, but you're not totally clear on what that move is yet because you're still working something out. So you may want to be able to make a move already, but because you're still figuring out what that's going to look like and how you're really feeling, you can feel like you've been paused a little bit. Because there is a move, a desire to reunite, to reconnect amidst a feeling of loss. And to continue working with that, to continue working through that. And then having Five of Wands there, it's not like you have Ace of Cups and then having Five of Wands. Five of Wands is feeling conflicting, and this can even be like conflicting emotions or like these conflicting ideas of, should I make this move or should I make that move? All having to do with what you're feeling. Having to do with an opportunity to connect. And then even though that opportunity to connect is still there, being so exhausted by the conflict and so exhausted by the dance. And it feels like not able to fully reach the Ace of Cups because of that, like not fully being able to connect with what's in front of you because of that. And that's what's making it difficult to connect with the Ace of Cups. I wonder too if there's like some defensive dance that's being played as well, and that feeling tiring too. Confused about the future, not sure where things are going, not sure what you want. Feels even too like you have something in front of you, but being like, but I didn't get that, or I didn't, or that happened differently. Okay, so you're at a point now with when we have Seven of Cups, Three of Wands, Judgment. This is about needing to cut through and get to the bottom of how you're feeling in order for where things are going to make sense to you, in order for like your future and your next steps to be making sense for you as far as understanding where you're going. And what more so if you're understanding a bit of a distant location that you are moving towards, when you know that, you're going to know where you need to step in order to travel along the path that will get you there. Something that feels like it's kind of getting in the way of this is maybe pain that you're resistant to processing right now and acceptance that's needed. And you can feel like, I've been working through this and working through this and working through this. 5 of Cups. 4 of Cups is saying, I'm tired. You may just really need a break. You may really need to do self-care right now. Maybe some really massive recharging that's needed. Because this feels very depleted. And if you're working through something that it takes a lot of, it's heavy energetically, you're going to need energy to work through something because it is an energy heavy process. And if you're already on E, or you're already on a low battery, how are you going to do a heavy energetic process? You need to get your energy back up in order to move through this. And 4 of Cups is going to be anything that will fill your cups back up. What allows for you to feel connected? What allows for you to feel inspired? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you neglecting your self-care in some way? Are you tuning into yourself and listening, or are you ignoring? Are you pushing yourself? What are you doing? Because it's paramount for you to be taking the best care of yourself possible, because you're going through something. And for some of you, maybe it's easy to discredit what you're going through and say it's not that big of a deal because this is more of an internal process and less of an external one. But it's impacting you externally. You know how it can be easier to sort of like validate something sometimes when you're seeing it be in front of you, and it's easier to dismiss an internal process that we're experiencing? I feel something like that's going on here. Like, there is pain that you are processing right now. There's heavy disappointment that you are processing right now. There is loss, there is grieving, there is sadness that you are moving through right now. And until this stuff gets worked out, like the knot, until this knot gets worked out, you're going to feel unclear on what move to make moving forward because of not knowing where things are going. And this is not a time where it's like you need to open yourself up to the unknown possibility of things. This is more so feels like you actually do know where you want to go and what things are looking like, and you need to cut through what's getting in the way of you seeing that. And it's an emotional thing. And by avoiding certain things emotionally, it can be keeping you in a foggy space. Because stuff can be painful to sort of go into and feel it. Because of how heavy that is. And it comes back around to why you need to be recharged energetically right now. You can be feeling sad, you can be feeling blue, you can be feeling lethargic, you can be feeling dull, unfocused, uninspired. Some of you can be feeling kind of depressed, or you have stuff going on physically that you feel impacted by. It's related to stuff going on energetically right now. It feels to like not giving up. Like doing what you need to do to stay sort of on track to doing this. That's the feeling that I'm getting with 3 of Pentacles and 7 of Wands. It feels like keep working with this. You're going to work through it. Don't give up on working through this. Don't shut yourself off. Don't close yourself off. Don't shut down. Taking a pause to recharge your energy is not giving up, is not shutting down. It feels like that's actually paramount. It's actually the most necessary thing for you to do right now. You start there with this, okay? There's some major healing that you're moving through currently. Spending time reflecting can be helpful, especially when it comes to your feelings, breaking them down, looking at them a little bit more closely. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.